guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a pretty quick autumn book unhaul. I try really hard to unhaul books as often as I haul books. Unfortunately for me, I got rid of over 100 books probably about 8 months ago. So I've kind of culled a lot of my collection down to the books that I love, the books that I'm excited to read. Pretty much every month I take a hard look at my shelves and pick out the books that I'm probably not going to reread again, books that I'm not excited to read anymore, etc., etc. Some of these were tough for me to decide to unhaul. I get in this mood where I just want to get rid of things, and I think that's where some of these are coming from, is me just being like, I am worthless. So hopefully I don't regret any of these. I don't have many, I have under 10, so it's gonna be pretty short. First up, we have The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. I reread this back in April, I wanna say. The first time I read it, I was in college. I liked it. I gave it a 4-star. I read it back in April. I liked it. I gave it a 4-star. I think one reread is all I'm gonna get out of this. It's very short, to the point, and when I think about it, I remember all of the points, and there's not like any kind of murkiness where I'm like, ooh, it'd be kind of fun to reread that. No, I'm good. I don't need to own this anymore. So this one surprised me when I decided to get rid of it. It's The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I started this at the end of 2019 and finished it on like the first day of 2020, so it technically counts on my Goodreads challenge, and it kind of pisses me off, but oh well. I went out on New Year's instead of staying in and reading, which in hindsight I'm kind of happy I did because, you know, lockdown. But I'm getting rid of this. I'm not going to reread it. I love this. I think I gave it 5 stars, I believe. I found it atmospheric. I found it very cool. I loved the perspectives. I loved all of it. Very little plot, a lot of atmosphere, kind of weird shit going on. Enjoyed it so much. But I know myself and I'm not going to reread it. And if I am going to reread it, I think I want a better edition, honestly. This next one was really hard because it was a gift from my brother. There's still a part of me that may not get rid of it. It may be saved last minute, so we'll see. It might end up back on my shelf. I don't know. I just have a feeling I probably won't reread it. The Scented Fox by Lainey Brown. It's a poetry collection. I have said that I discovered that I don't hate poetry this year, but I have discovered that I only like poetry when it's a novel in verse, and not just like a poetry collection. I'm not super into poetry collections. This he gave me my freshman year of college. I didn't read it till this year, and I just don't think I'm going to reread it. A lot of this went over my head, to be honest. I felt like I was an English major again, sitting there like I was back in my classes as an English major, and people around me just grasp things better than me and make connections better than I do, and I'm just drowning slowly. I can write, but I can't talk about it, so I don't know. I liked them. There were a couple poems that I really liked, but I just know myself, I'm just not going to pick this up again. I love my brother. I appreciate this so much. See, that's the thing, is that when people give you gifts, it's so hard to get rid of them. And I think the only reason I feel the desire to keep this, and there's a part of me that's like, you can't get rid of this, is because of the fact that it meant so much that my brother got this for me. So there's still a part of me that's like, oh my god, what do I do? But at the same time, I mean, it's a small book. It's not like it's like, oh my god, I can't find anywhere. I literally just talked myself out of getting rid of this on camera. I'm not going to keep it with my other red books that I have here. I'm going to take this back to my parents' house with my like childhood favorite books and stuff like that, and second editions of things. So I'm not getting rid of this. I changed my mind. Oh god. Okay, one book that I am definitely getting rid of. This is a collection of Jane Austen novels in one. This is like a huge Barnes & Noble Classics edition, and yeah, I'm not gonna read this. The print is tiny. They're like Bible pages. I'm not gonna carry this around. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to read Persuasion, and then proceed to carry around this giant book of like 1,000 pages. No, I'm not gonna do that. I am going to buy the beautiful Chiltern classics of the Jane Austen novels and read them like that. Why would I don't know know what possessed me to get this, because I know myself and I would never do this, but I've had this for such a long time. I think I had this book like my freshman year of college. So I don't know, but yeah, no, this can go. Next up is a book that I was so uncertain about giving up, but now that it is Christmas for me, and I saw this book again and I was like, girl, you're not gonna read that again. And that is Tanyas Christmas by Tanya Burr. Tanya Burr used to be such a huge Vlogmas YouTuber, and everything about her YouTube channel in December was just so cozy and amazing, and she wrote this book and it was really sweet and I really liked it. I got this and Cordially Invited by Zoella pretty much the same time. Zoella I got rid of a while ago. That pretty much went in my first sweep, but this I kept because I love Christmas so much. But I realized most of this is probably on her blog or on her channel, and even though she doesn't upload anymore, I can find this stuff. I don't need this book taking up space on my shelf. Next up we have the books that I've read recently. This one is Presents by Amy Cuddy. I read this recently. I listened to it actually, and I'm never gonna reread it, so I don't need it taking up space on my shelves. Landline by Rainbow Rowell. That can just go. Like, I just don't need to own any more of her books. I think I own Carry On, and I only still have it because there's a part of me that's like, I did like Fangirl. That's like, it's annoying that I liked Fangirl, but I did. So I'm like, maybe I'd like Carry On, but at the same time I'm like, oh my god. Don't. Ugh, it's hard. It's hard, but this is just going. Last up. I don't need this to exist, especially not on my shelves. So I'm gonna keep my beautiful white editions of the Twilight series and get rid of this because honestly, like, this didn't need to exist. That is my super quick fall unhaul. First up, we have I Could Pee on This and Other Poems by Cats. I read this month. It took me all of 20 minutes. This is adorable, but I know I'm never gonna read it again, so I'll probably pass it on to a friend or give it away somewhere. It's adorable. I just know it's just going to take up space or get lost on my shelves, so I'll pass it on. Next up, we have The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I read this month. I liked it. I am going to be continuing with the series. I just have no real reason to keep this book. I did kind of mess it up a little bit with some coffee that was in my bag, unfortunately, but I will just be donating this or passing it on to someone because I didn't love it enough to ever reread it. Then we have my Hogwarts Library edition. So we have Tales of Beetle the Bard, we have Quidditch Through the Ages, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I read all of these one time and will probably be selling them as a set. I just don't want to own these anymore because I'm not gonna read them again. They're really cute though. I do really like the way they look. That would be the only reason I would keep them, and I don't want to do that. Going along with that, we have my original paperback set of Harry Potter. It's all 7 books. I bought these because I had unhauled my original set because they were really messed up, and then I was like, oh, I now don't have original paperbacks, and then they just sat on my shelves and I've never read them, so I just decided to sell them. I've already sold them. They're getting packed up today and shipped out tomorrow. I'm getting rid of my 20th anniversary editions of Harry Potter. These have also already sold, so these will also be packed up and shipped out to whoever bought them. I read these one time. I like them. I think it's really cool that they connect. The front cover pictures connect. Awesome. But I really just prefer the paperback editions that form the castle, and I don't need as many editions of Harry Potter as I have. So there's books staring at me from my backlist shelf that I'm like, girl, you still own that. Because now my TBR is like to 165 books or something like that, and it's just like growing. I was making progress, and then I just kept buying books to fill the void. And it doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work. I need to be unhauling more and being way more ruthless than I am being. So hopefully by the end of the year you will have another way more ruthless unhaul, but like, Who really knows? But thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I'll see you guys again super soon. Bye.